What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We're just going to jump right into today's video. Today we're going to be testing out a audio interface from FIFINE. Full disclaimer, FIFINE did send me this audio interface to test out, but they do not have any say-so on what I'm about to say, and I have no obligation to say something nice about their product. So who is this product typically geared for? It's geared for someone that is new to content creation and someone that's just looking to get on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, these various platforms, create some talking head content such as this, and not necessarily breaking the bank in order to do so. So we're going to be testing out the SC1 audio interface compared with this dynamic FIFINE microphone, and we're going to give you guys some audio samples to go with that. Right now at this second, I am not recording with the audio interface. This is the audio interface right here in my hand. I figured I'd talk about it first, show you guys the product, then switch over to this FIFINE product and see how it compares. Right now we are still using the FIFINE microphone, but it is plugged into my Tascam Portacapture X8, what I used on a number of my shoots professionally. So sound quality I know usually is pretty amazing. But like I said, who is this product geared for? It's geared for the new creator that is not looking to break the bank in order to just to get started in creating content such as this. So you don't necessarily have to go out and spend $400, $500 on an audio recorder such as a Tascam Portacapture X8. The FIFINE SC1 audio interface comes in at about $55 US at the time of recording this video. Much cheaper, like I said, $450 compared to $50. It's a massive difference. So you're not gonna have to break the bank going with something like this, especially pairing this thing with a $37 microphone such as the dynamic microphone in FIFINE. Also, before we dive all the way into this video, I did also have a comment that came through my YouTube channel from a guy that asked some questions about this exact audio setup. So I figured I'd combine the two just because, you know, the subjects are very similar and I can answer this guy's question at the tail end of the review. So we'll save that question until after I talk about the product. So let's talk about the FIFINE SC1 recording audio interface. In terms of the build quality right off the bat, this thing is very lightweight. It's all made of plastic, the knobs, the overall body, the configuration, even the buttons, everything is pretty much plastic. So it is very light and weight. It doesn't feel super high quality like something like you would find in your Tascam or your Zoom products. And again, this thing comes in at about $55, so you can understand them cutting back on materials just to kind of keep the cost down in order to give you guys a product that you can afford. But aside from the build quality, I've already listened to a couple samples coming straight through the FIFINE audio interface. It sounds great. You're not going to really notice much of a difference between something like a Portacapture X8 or the FIFINE, in my opinion. I mean, if you're a professional audio guy, you can probably hear some distinct differences, but to me, in my naked ear, someone that's just looking for audio to sound decent, I couldn't really tell a difference. But again, it's all personal preference. But again, if you're someone that's just looking to get something super quick, super easy, straight out of the box, plug and play, and give you some great audio, I think you'd be more than happy with the FIFINE audio interface. So talking about the button configuration, it is pretty straightforward. It comes with a power cable, which is a USB-C on both ends, or it has this little USB-C to USB, a little adapter thing, just in, you know, depending on what type of computer you're plugging this into. On the other side is a USB-C that goes straight into the FIFINE audio interface. And that's how you get your power. In terms of your overall feed, it's just an XLR cable. It doesn't come with one. You just need a basic XLR cable that's gonna come from your microphone to the audio interface. And that's pretty much it. Plug it in and you're good to go. As long as you have an audio recorder interface on your computer. For example, I'm on my MacBook and I'm using GarageBand. So we're gonna test out the audio capabilities of this thing, see how it sounds, and we're gonna switch this thing over right now. All right, guys, now we are on the FIFINE SC1 recording audio interface. Again, using the FIFINE dynamic microphone. How does it sound? Do you know it's a big difference between the audio qualities from the beginning of this video till now? Again, we are on GarageBand right now, recording straight into the computer. As you guys can see, the wavelengths and everything is going. How does it sound? How do you guys like the sound quality? I think it sounds pretty good. Again, I'm not an audio guy. I just, you know, whatever sounds good to my ears. I think it's decent. I think you can totally get by with using this type of setup, especially for like YouTube videos, TikTok videos, and things like that. Like I was saying, Twitch, gaming, all that different type of stuff. So you basically get by with a setup like this, whether you're trying to record podcasts, voiceovers, anything like that. Get this set up for under $100. Again, I think it sounds good. So there's that. And guys, there's not much to this video. Like I said at the beginning, it's going to be a quick one. That's pretty much it as far as the FIFINE is all. I mean, that's all I can say about it. It's not much to it. It's just, again, plug and play. So now we're going to get to the YouTube comment from my guy, Ronaldo. He comes in and says, quality video, congratulations. I bought the same microphone and FIFINE's audio interface, but I'm waiting for it to arrive. Can you recommend an XLR cable and tell me how to make the audio so professional? First of all, thank you so much for commenting on the videos, and thank you for thinking my videos are of quality. Appreciate that. It means a lot. I thank you for, checking on my videos and commenting. So first of all, what do you think about the sound quality? Let me know in the comments. I know you said you had just bought this exact setup. I know you're waiting for it to come in the mail. You left that comment about, I think, just yesterday. So this is what you're getting. This is what it's going to be sounding like. I think you have the same microphone, like you said, and the same exact audio interface. So this is what you get. This is how it's going to sound. As far as the XLR cables, I would recommend. I don't necessarily recommend any particular one. Don't go with anything super, super cheap, but you don't have to necessarily go with the most expensive options either. Anything you can find pretty much on Amazon that is of quality, I would say spending anywhere from 25 to 30, 40 bucks on a really, really good XLR cable should be more than enough to get you going. You don't necessarily need to break the bank in order to get really good sounding quality of your XLR cables. Just make sure you take care of it. Make sure that it's your setup is nice and neat and you're not having any disturbances or anything like that. As far as how do you get your audio to sound professional, there's a couple things that you can do in order to make that happen. First, obviously, is going to be the equipment that you buy in terms of your microphone, your audio interface, and things like that. The setup that you bought is going to be more than capable of getting you going with really, really good sounding audio straight off the bat with not a lot of post-processing needed. But in order to get that, you're going to need a acoustically treated room that you're going to be recording in. This room that I'm recording in right now is called my editing bay. I have some sound panels up on this wall right here that you can't see. It's just off screen. But that's pretty much it. I would say it's about 15 panels that are up there right now. There is carpet on the floor, so that helps as well. There is some stuff in here in terms of my desk. I have another desk right here, shelves in the back, and this room isn't really all that big. So all that pretty much helps with the sound quality coming out of your microphone. So in your room where you're going to be recording videos, you want to make sure that it's just kind of acoustically treated. You don't necessarily need a ton of sound panels. Just put a couple different sound panels around the walls closer to where you're going to be speaking. And you should be pretty good with that. If you have wood floors, maybe invest in like a rug or something like that to bounce sound off of. And I think you should be good. The last tip is to make sure you are talking directly into your microphone. Your face wants to be about 6 inches away from the mic, because if I was a little bit further from the mic, now I'm picking up all this room noise and things like that. So the closer you are to the mic, the better sounding quality you're going to get. And again, that's without any post-processing or anything like that. And I think just doing those 3 tips will be good enough to get you some professionally sounding audio, especially for like these platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and so on and so forth. And that's pretty much all I do. I don't do a ton of post-processing with my audio just because, again, if you're doing everything right in terms of your setup, it's going to sound good coming straight out of the microphone. So not a lot of post-processing needed. But let's say you're not in a room that is acoustically treated and you have a lot of reverb and a lot of background noise and things like that. Depending on what you edit your videos on, Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, or anything like that, these programs do have some audio enhancement tools that you can just upload your audio clip, slide a slider, and they'll feed you out a really, really good sounding audio clip, especially for like reverb and background noise and things like that. It's really good about getting rid of that type of stuff. It's an AI software, so I don't know really how it works, but I've used it a couple times. It's really good. I highly recommend using those. And look up. I don't know which editing platform you're on, but look up those in order to get rid of a lot of that reverb and a lot of that background noise. And for me, that's pretty much all I do to my audio clips to make it sound good. I mean, if I was doing some client work and more professional level, I would probably take a little bit more time and actually tweak the audio samples in post using Premiere Pro and all the different type of sliders and all that different type of stuff. Like I said, I'm not the greatest audio guy. If I needed something to sound really, really professional, I would probably just hire out somebody to do that for me. But like I said, for me, you doing what I've been doing in terms of audio has worked well for me, and I don't really do a ton of post processing, just the little tweaks here and there. And then if I do need it, I would upload it and put one of those AI audio enhancers, and then I'm usually just good to go. So man, again, thank you for checking out the videos. I hope that answers your question. And to the rest of you guys, thank you guys for watching this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to be consistent with this thing and grow this thing. So if you guys can help me out by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, even leaving a comment, that would motivate me to keep making these type of videos, especially for you guys out there that are just starting out, and I can help you guys level up your content creation game. So that's it for me. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.